Alright, so we're going to talk about the EX units as well as the banners in this video, and then some equips that are coming out as well. So we're going to take a look at Super Baby 2 first. He is a melee type. He's on Saiyans, he's on Regen, he's on GT, he's on Powerful Opponent. So a lot of teams actually that he can be ran on. 241,000 strike, 217,000 blast. Defenses are actually okay for an EX unit, so definitely stat-wise he's looking pretty decent. So his main ability is Usurped Saiyan Power. Draw a Strike Arts card next. -10 to own Strike Arts card or cost for 30 timer counts. Destroys all of your enemy's cards. Not necessarily a super powerful main ability, I have to say, but you know, drawing a strike card is not bad. The cost being lower for 30 counts is actually pretty good. First unique ability is Maleficent Desires. Applies the following effects to self per tag GT or powerful opponent battle number when battle starts. 20% of damage inflicted. Reduces damage received by 5%. 5%? Oh, per. Okay, I was about to say, who cares about 5%? So, yeah, it's going to be 60%. It's going to be 15% damage reduction, and then 3 to our Strike Arts cost. Okay. Tuffle Scorn is the other unique ability. The following effects occur every time when faced with an enemy tag Saiyan. So he's going to be specifically very good against Saiyans, I guess. 30% of damage inflicted for 15 counts. Reduces damage received by 15% for 10 timer counts. So that's going to be on top of the 15% he's getting here. So it's basically 30%. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 20% of damage received for 15 counts, and then applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy character, Goku specifically. He gets 30 key and card draw speed, but it's only for 5 counts, so nothing too crazy. I don't think this guy seems that great. EXs recently haven't really been that good. Maybe we'll get like one broken EX in here like we did with Gogeta last year, but other than that, this guy doesn't seem too good. Special move is Revenge Death Ball, major explode damage, 20% damage inflicted upon activation. Pretty basic. Special skill is Unlock Key Form of Speed. He gets 50% key recovery for 15 counts, inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade plus 15% to strike damage received for 15 counts. The real worth is going to come from the Z ability, so as long as the Z ability is good. So he buffs GT and Powerful Opponent, Strike Attack and Defense. Yeah, that's a good Z ability. So, you can run him on GT or Powerful Opponent, pretty good. In terms of how he's able to do in battle, though, I don't really think he's anything special at all here. He's kind of just okay. So we got Super 17 next. He is a range type, 226,000 strike, 239,000 blast, 146,000 strike defense, and 150,000 blast. Yeah, the defenses are way lower on Super 17, but blast is looking pretty decent, 239, which is good because he's a range type unit. He is purple too, which is a color that Androids really doesn't have a good one of. I mean, they have Purple 21, who's okay. Definitely aged a lot, but if he's really good, he'll be able to fit pretty nicely on the Android team, I think. So, let's see. The power of Ambition, 50% damage inflicted for 20 counts, 30% on critical rate, and card draw speed. Okay, so compare this main ability to the baby's main ability. This is way better. Okay, it's very short, but we'll see how this is. Fully optimized Android. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Draw a Blast Arts card next, already really good. Activates 3 times, okay. Gets 20 key and 40% damage. I like that. Multi-Scientific Marvel is the second unique ability. Applies the following effects to self when battle starts. He gets 40% of blast damage. That's on top of the 40% damage he's getting here, so he's getting 80% blast damage pretty much. Then he gets -10 to Blast Arts cost, and then reduces damage received by 25%. Restores 30% of damage received after enemy attack is over. This guy's good. He's good. He gets 40% blast, 40% to all damage, and then 50% of damage from his main. So he's going to be at 130% to damage, or to blast damage. So he's at 130% to blast damage, and then 90% to all damage. With card draw speed, with drawing a card, a blast card, and he restores key on switch in. This guy's really good. He's easily way better than Baby. Okay. And then he has the same... Reduces key by 100? Okay. That's pretty good. That's pretty annoying. But it's the same blue card as the green one. The green card is special skill Unlock Key Form of Defense. Reduces next damage sustained by 30%. This applies until enemy combo is over. And he also gets 30% of blast damage for 20 counts. So that is going to stack on top of this. He's going to be able to get 55% damage reduction, but the fact that his defenses are so low, I think, is actually makes this not that impressive, but we'll see. And then he buffs GT Strike and Blast Attack and Androids. Yeah, this this guy's good. He is definitely good. He's going to be hitting very, very hard. Next we have Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, who is a range type. 243,000 blast, 233,000 strike. His defenses are, they're okay. Main ability is the Self-Appointed Superstar. Destroys all of your cards and randomly draws 4 new ones. 50% of blast damage inflicted for 60 counts. Steals 1 enemy card randomly, and then they can't use it for 5 counts. 50% damage for 60 counts is really good. Might as well just pop that early on because it's going to last for a third of the battle. He refills his hand, so seems pretty decent. Not crazy good, but it seems pretty decent. First unique ability is Outburst. Applies the flying effects to self from battle start for 100 counts. That's a long time. 70% of damage inflicted, reduces damage received by 30%, and then minus 10 to blast its cost. Relentless Spirit is the next unique. Restores on key by 20 when its character enters the battlefield. Applies the flying effects to self when its character is defeated. Restores health by 20% and 25% of damage inflicted. So he has death buffs. He seems pretty good as well, actually. The 70% damage is pretty decent. I mean, his stats aren't too bad. Reducing blast arts cost by 10 is a lot. And then he gets an extra 50%. So he's going to be at 120% to blast damage. Only problem is there's no, like, card draw anywhere on here. But he does get key on switching, which is good. I mean, I guess technically this is card draw, right? He just gets 4 cards from that. That counts. Special move is the Die Missile Barrage, major explode damage, and then minus 100% to health restoration. It's pretty good. The green card is Unlock Key Form of Life, 10% health restoration, 15% of damage inflicted for 15 counts, and then cancels on attribute downgrades. It's pretty decent. I mean, 10% is not a lot of healing. 15% is what I usually like, but 10% is fine. 50% damage is not that much, but I'll take that. So green, oh yeah, he has a green rate. Nice, perfect. So this is another green and yellow mono sort of color counter team buffer, which is nice. Blast attack and defense. I like that, 40%. Okay, cool. So that is Gotenks, and then lastly we'll look at the Goku Black here. I gotta fit in a Goku Black on every single banner. This is a Rose too. EX, an EX Rose. I didn't think we'd be seeing that, but here we are. So let's see. He's a defense type too. Defense type EXs have look at his stats. They're terrible. 14 stars. He has 212,000 blast and 208,000 strike attack. His defenses are actually okay. I mean, they're not crazy good. If you take a look at the actual roster here, let me show you where he is. By the way, so all the new EXs, right? We have Baby up here near the top of the list, along with Gotenks. Super 17's here, and then Rose is here. He's below EX Captain Ginyu. Just so you guys are aware. But here we go. Main ability is the Empyrean God. Draws a green card next. Restores own key by 80. Okay. And then he gets 30% strike damage inflicted for 40 counts. That's pretty good. 80 key on main ability, basically just giving you full key, right? First unique ability is the Body of a Saiyan. He gets 40% of damage inflicted when the battle starts. The following effects occur after enemy attack is over. He restores himself by 5%, activates 3 times. 20% of damage inflicted by allied attack God key for 15 counts after an enemy attack is over. So he's kind of like a pseudo support unit for God key. Interesting. Elevated Will is the second unique ability. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Reduces damage received by 40% for 15 counts. That's his cover cut. Applies attribute upgrade. Shortens substitution count by 3 for 10 timer counts. Okay, so what that means, I guess, is as long as this guy switches out within 10 counts of him being switched in, his switch timer will be at 7 instead of 10. That's kind of interesting. We haven't seen that before. Like this specific wording of this. Inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, 10 to strike arts cost for 5 counts when changing cover. That's pretty good. And then inflicts enemy with attribute downgrade, plus 5% of damage received for 25 counts every time an enemy uses a strike or blast arts card. That's interesting too. Special move is the lunging forward, no blast armor, violent fierce god slicer. Major explode damage, reduces enemy key by 70 on hit. It's not 100, but it's pretty good. Green card is unlock key form of attack. 15% to all damage inflicted, activates 3 times. And then he inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 20% of damage received. That's a lot of damage, because it's like a double whammy. You're getting a buff and the enemy's getting a debuff. And then he buffs God Key. Just God Key. Strike and Blast. Both defenses for God Key is what he's buffing. This is a really hard unit to evaluate without using him. But he seems interesting. His stats are super low. Like he should be able to tank okay. His offenses are just so low. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The banners. We'll take a look at the Crystal versions first. So we have the Gogeta banner here. By the way, this is a sort of like an older version of the step-ups. Well, not really older version. This is without... Let me pull up the Super Saiyan 4 Goku banner here. This is the ticket version. Hold on a second. Crystals. Super Saiyan 4 step-up. Where are you? Am I too low? Let's see. Super Saiyan 4 Goku? I don't see it on here. But basically what I'm trying to get to... Oh, right here. So this banner has no free multi, and that was the major complaint that people had about this banner, right? Well, it looks like this banner also does not have free multi. So just so you guys are aware, this banner has no free multi. It looks like it's the same exact format as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku banner. So what's going to happen is you're going to start at step 1. You're going to do 500 crystals. It's going to get you 1 ticket. And then from that point forward, every time you go through the steps, it's going to cost 4,000 crystals in total. You're going to go back to step 2, and you're going to continue through this. So every cycle you do is 4,000 crystals. The banner itself actually does look pretty good. This is not the better of the two banners, though. I definitely will say Zamasu's banner is better. We'll get to that in a second, though. This guy's crazy good. Gohan is Gohan. This guy's going to get a Zenkai like any minute now. And then UI Goku's still really good. So all the LFs on here are very, very good. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is crazy, crazy good. Ice Shenron and Nova Shenron I think are both really good. And then the EXs, I mean, Super 17 seems like the best EX to me so far. Demon King Piccolo's here, but the main issue I want to talk about is the fact that there's no featured sparkings other than the two new ones. As you can see, they're all just the same 0.13% rate, so you can't really look at the sparkings on the banner and like say, oh, he's on here, I'm gonna pull on this banner. Like they have a lower rate than these LFs. You're not gonna be able to pinpoint like, oh, I want this yellow Vegeta. You're not gonna be able to pinpoint him and pull this guy. It's just not gonna work. But this banner does seem pretty solid. And then we have the ticket version, which is basically just the same as the Super Saiyan 4 Goku version, where it's not the Gogeta Blue and Broly version of the tickets. It's like the the main LF has a 5% drop rate instead of the 0.5% drop rate. So it's going to cost 5 tickets to do 1 summon, but your chances of pulling the new LF as well as the new Sparkings, you can see the new Sparkings with a 12.5% rate on here are much higher. That's really good. So the Zamasu banner. Here we go. Gogeta Blue returns on the Zamasu banner. So that's really good. Vegeta Blue is here as well. So we have Gogeta Blue and Vegeta Blue. Of course, they have to put Beerus on the banner, because why not? And then we have LF Frieza here for some reason. But Kefla, Vegeta Blue, the new Zamasu, Gogeta Blue, Vegeta Blue are all crazy pulls, right? So I do think I like the Zamasu banner better, but I think people are severely underrating this banner a lot. I mean, think about how many times do you queue up into PvP and you see this unit here, or this unit here? It's like every single time. There's a reason why. They're really good. So I think people are putting too much stock into saying that this banner is completely way better than this banner, when in reality, like, Ice and Nova are crazy good. I'm not saying that Vegeta Blue and Kefla aren't good, but people are already underrating Ice and Nova, I'm telling you right now. But this banner, again, similar scenario to the last one, where it's the same unfeatured sparking, so you can't really pinpoint one to pull. Ticket version is the exact same as the Gogeta banner as well, so take what you want from that. And then to move on to the final portion of the video, we're going to be talking about the Eclipse here. We have Awakened Yes, Let's Go number 1, which is going to give you base strike defense up to 16%, blast defense up to 22%, and then strike attack up to 32%. It's a lot. And it looks like this is actually going to give you base blast attack. Is that true? No. Okay, so I guess the DBC space doesn't have this in it, because this one actually goes negative. The blast attack in the last one goes negative. So I assume this one's also going to go negative, up to 8% negative blast attack, but this is mainly for a strike base unit, right? 32% strike attack, that's crazy. So God Key and melee type, obviously it's meant for the Merge Zamasu because he has like very bad blast attack. Then we have Behold My Perfect Divinity, which is for future, just crazy, crazy good. Look how many units are going to be able to use this equip. It's like crazy. So it's strike defense up to 15, blast attack up to 15, and then strike attack up to 18. So just a very basic equip, but a lot of units can use that, so it's pretty good. Then we have this one, which is the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta equip for GT. So again, all GT units can use this. It's pretty good. Blast defense or strike defense up to 13, and then we have a same one for slot 2, and then just more defense, which is complete defense. It's like a defensive wall equip, right? So in terms of who this would be good on, Purple Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Super 17. I think Gogeta would actually make pretty good use of this as well. So there we go with that one. This one, your little treatment took care of a crick in my neck, is for GT as well. So again, everyone on this tag can use this equip. Strike defense up to 15, blast attack up to 15, and then strike attack up to 18. So again, it's a pretty much exactly the same one that we just saw for the future one, but it's for GT. So it's just pretty basic, but it seems pretty solid. So there we go. That is pretty much everything coming in this download. I mean, there's obviously like missions and new events and stuff. There's a raid coming out. We can take a quick look. Events here. We have this new event, which is where you get those equips from. Actually, no, this is the raid. Yeah, this is just the raid. I'll make a separate video going over the raid because I usually like to do that. Actually, let me go back to the equips real quick. The Ultimate Fusion, Clash Against a Deity. Oh, this is the story event, I think. Yeah, well, I'll make a separate video on this as well. But this is pretty much just, you know, like the typical like anniversary theme story thing, and these are like the hoi poi coins and stuff that you can use to summon for items. So there's a lot to talk about. I will be talking about this more later on as we know more, but there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I'll see you all in the next one.